They saying I'm the GOAT, I tell them I am redemption. Yeah, we build different.
All right, we are coming to you live from Podcast Studio Austin. Today's episode is brought to you by our homeboys over at Squatch Frontier Fitness. Those are some very close friends of mine. If you are ever in Austin, Texas, you have to come by Squatch. It's one of the coolest, one of the best community gyms there is around. Saunas, cold plunges, everything you want for high rocks, everything you want for circuit workouts, everything else. I'm here almost every day. One of my favorite places on earth. Please come check it out. Now, this episode has been a long time coming. It's actually the second time we've done it.
Yes.
You were actually my last episode down in San Antonio before we left doing things down here. And unfortunately, that episode did not make the trip back up here to Austin, but here we are.
Yes.
So without further ado, my homegirl, Pam, how are we doing?
I'm doing great.
Doing good?
Yes. Excited to be here.
I'm very excited to have you back. I feel like the first time was just our practice
Right.
run, right?
Yeah.
Good. So you and I got in contact about how long ago was it, do you think?
October of last year.
Was that when it was?
Yes.
So we were doing the 100th episode for the podcast, and the sober girls were in town and all that. And so I think we kind of crossed paths a little bit on social media and knew each other through there, right?
No, so that I met you through
Through
Brittany.
the actual event?
Yeah. So through Brittany.
That night.
Yeah, because Brittany was like, "Come down to the event."
That's right.
And
That's right.
I came down, and that's how I saw all of I Am Redemption, what I Am Redemption is.
That was cool. It was such an impactful weekend, and I got to meet so many people that I hadn't met before, but Pam in particular had come up, and if you don't mind me giving a little bit of the back, but coming up as a military wife, and we did a live show downtown Austin in the powder room. We had all the sober girls group chat was up on the stage, and Pam came up and asked this very powerful question and was talking a lot about moving to a new place and having to feel like she had to explain her sobriety again or question it. And you could tell it was somebody, in my eyes, I saw somebody that was still unsure of who they were, maybe are, and as a person, unsure who they were as they were in sobriety and all that. And I just remember whatever your comment was hit me that one day, and I was like, nah, fuck that. Like, lean into being you all the way, and just like that's my main message to everybody is just being able to embrace who we are and understanding that it's all the pain that built us into who we are today. And so when you said that, I was like, no, it's like that. And then we have you've been connected ever since. So something happened that day.
Yeah, definitely. I was my main concern at the time was having to explain my sobriety to a new community, basically from PCS to PCS. You know, when you get
those
sober,
that don't know what PCS is.
PCS means change of duty station whenever you move. So we PCS'd from Fort Bliss, El Paso, my hometown, and we PCS'd to Fort Hood. And getting sober in El Paso was, well, everybody saw me get sober, so I really didn't have to explain that. But moving to a new place, it's like, well, I got to redo that and like start telling people like I'm sober, and it was terrifying. Because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to find my friend group. It's going to be hard. And, you know, it's still very hard. I do stick to myself a little bit, but I'm very open about my sobriety now.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know who I'm helping in silence, but I've even had messages, DMs from girls telling me, like, your sobriety journey is inspiring for young girls. Because not many people because I'm 25, I got sober at 22. And it was crazy to me to even just get sober at 22 when that's when most people are like in their prime of drinking.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get sober. So it was nice to be inspiring to other people that sobriety is becoming the trend now of being good. Like, it's such a cool thing to see.
Yep. Yeah, it was a cool just to see who you are today and to just remember who you were back when we first met and connected. You're two totally different human beings.
Absolutely.
And I've seen you completely lean in more into being you, and I feel like you're that's why you're just this different person now.
I'm getting my weird back.
What do you mean?
So I feel like I was very like serious and like did not have a personality. And now with the people I'm with, it's like you see the goofy side of me.
You start being you again.
I joke. So that's what I like. My weird.
No,
but I like.
No, that's what it is too, and it's a beautiful thing. And anybody that has been tapped in with what you're doing, especially on TikTok or anything, they've also see that you've had a very, very dramatic and incredible weight loss journey too.
Yes.
How many pounds are we down? Where were you at before?
So I originally started at 267 pounds.
Okay.
I had every issue you could possibly think of: diabetes, thyroid issues, And I ended up losing, just this month, I hit 2 years. So 2 years on the weight loss journey, I lost 150 pounds.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's a whole nother human.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's nuts. So what do you feel was more difficult or more, I mean, because I'm sure they were kind of conjoined, but what do you feel was a bigger tax on your life? Was it the substance abuse or was it just kind of the weight
Mm,
journey?
both, a mix
Both.
of both. I mean, I feel like once you stop drinking and you don't think about it. For me, it was like easier not to think about it, and like you find the addiction in you, like the addictive personality in myself, is I'm always going to be addicted to something. And then I met my husband in early recovery, and he was always into fitness. So seeing him, how fit he was, obviously in the army, um, I really got motivated to start working out and stuff. But I didn't care to start yet because I got pregnant right after we met. So I still gained a lot of weight after. But losing the weight shifted my mindset of like, okay, I'm addicted to this now. Like, I
Mm.
love the lifestyle. I love the whole foods, uh, learning to fuel my body,
Yep.
as my trainer, Teresa, tells me every day. She has taught me how to like be happy with myself. And it's an everyday journey, just like how fighting alcohol is. It's an everyday battle you have to go within yourself, but you have to lean into yourself really
Yep.
to tell yourself like you can do this. And even just yesterday, I went to the gym and I couldn't finish it, but I still worked out.
Yeah.
And it's better than not going. Like, I'd rather have a bad day in the gym than not going to the gym at all.
100%.
So that's what I
100%.
enjoy a lot. But it didn't start off with the gym. It
Right.
started off on the shot, the JLP-1 shot, because I originally asked my doctor if I could just get the easy way out of getting the gastric sleeve because I had every issue. And at the time with TRICARE, I qualified for the gastric sleeve. And my doctor was like, let's give it a year and get you on the shot. And if you're able to control it, and he told me to go to a nutritionist, and the nutritionist wasn't covered by my insurance. I had to pay out of pocket for my nutritionist, but he was like, if you go to the nutritionist and you follow through with the shot and use the shot as a tool, you will lose more than the 50 pounds people typically just lose. Because people will lose the 50 pounds that you're guaranteed to lose.
Yep.
You're not supposed to lose the 150 pounds on
Right.
it. It was all a mental discipline thing. So I feel like my alcohol addiction with that
Yeah.
helped me because you're able to stay consistent with it.
Yeah. For sure.
But they definitely play hand in hand.
I figured they would. I couldn't be happier that you're working with Teresa. And for y'all that don't know, if you don't know who Fueled Up by Teresa is, you need to go check her out on Instagram right now. But they're Austin is a fit city. The world is a fit world now. Everybody on social media is fit, but I feel like Teresa just sets herself apart, especially if you meet her. She is magnetic. She has energy that I don't believe is too common for a woman. She's unapologetically her. She leans all the way into being her, and I couldn't be happier she does so. But I watch her rally around women, and I watch her give women a gear they didn't know they had. And when you can watch a woman walk into a room or talk and be timid and not be unsure of themselves, and then watch them go into a workout and walk out and be like, I'm a bad bitch, like that is a hell of a transition in an hour.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But day after day of that it has such a powerful impact. And one of the things of getting to know you and being with your friend, you know what I mean, you hear or see a lot of people that have been in this mindset where we've beaten ourselves down from addiction or weight loss, and then we get into this self-defeating mindset where we're instantly like, I can't do this, not me, I can't do this. And I think both Teresa and I do a good job of trying to snap people out of that reality and be like, hey, the only reason you can't do it is because you're saying you can't do it. You can fucking do it. And she doesn't give a fuck, and she goes in there and she lifts heavy and she tells everybody to do it. And I just think that's you need a disruptor like that. You know what I mean? So shout out to Teresa.
No,
but
yeah, definitely. You guys are like my parents. Like, you guys, like, I go for any advice. Like, she hears from me every day. I told her I was gonna run today, and she just told me, have fun.
yeah,
I was like, oh, thanks.
there you go.
Yeah,
There
I
you go.
enjoyed coming out, and that's like one thing. I was telling Justin a little bit about how like you guys came together, and it was so nice to know how like you guys literally have built such a amazing bond, and you guys help so many people. Like, you guys may not see it, but like your posts, they help people. They help me every day on a daily basis. I look forward to seeing you on my feed every day.
Thank you.
So it is an amazing thing to see you guys post, and you know, it's a great thing to see you guys doing amazing all the time.
Thank you. We do our best. It keeps us sane, I think. So if you could, just to give people a little bit of like what things look like for you at their worst, could you kind of paint a picture for us of like what did things look like addiction wise? What did things look like weight wise when you were at rock bottom?
I think one of my I had a few. I had two really bad rock bottoms. My first one was actually when I was 17. Went to a tailgate, and in El Paso, the tailgates are very big. And I ended up on this page named FitFam, and it had like 50,000 followers on it. And I was passed out drunk in a porta potty. And I just am being wheeled out by EMS. And it was all posted. I don't remember this. I just get to the hospital, and apparently at the time my dad was going through amputations because of diabetes and addiction. And I told the EMS guys, apparently I was coherent, to tell him to take me to the same hospital he was at. So he was in ICU, and I was in the emergency room. And my mom was upstairs with my dad, and she just came downstairs and they told her that her daughter was in the hospital. And I got my stomach pumped. That was the first time that I realized I had a problem, but I was like, no, it's fine. Like, I got sober for a little bit, and then it was easier to stay a little sober because like I'm 17, like my mom's on lockdown now with me. But then I continued to say I was normal again and continue to drink. And then my rock bottom where I was like, this is enough. I had a daughter before my current daughter right now. She passed away to SIDS, and I was with her dad, and they usually say like only 10% of those relationships last due to child loss. It's very hard for the couple to get through it. So I was like, okay, we'll be over that 10%. Like, we're going to be above it. And he drank a lot, and I started picking up with him and drinking with him. And I told myself, I was like, I can't keep drinking. Like, it was to the point where like my life was becoming unmanageable.
Right.
Like, I couldn't do anything. And all I could think about was drinking at the end of the day. Like, I wouldn't drink during the day, but like at night after my son went to sleep, is drink. Right. And I would drink probably until like 3 a.m. and then get back up at 6 because my son was almost up. So do the whole mom thing, waking up, like I was still kind of drunk. And I did not want to be that person anymore. And I ended up breaking up with her dad. And because he wanted to continue drinking, I had already dabbled my feet into this group Brittany Jade had. And I was like, I'm going to join it. Like, I don't think I'm ready for like a...
For those that don't know, Brittany Jade is one of the lovely members of the Sober Girls group chat.
Yes.
Just in case anybody got lost, go ahead.
Yes.
Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. Brittany Jade, she helped me so much. She welcomed me into her group. It was a bunch of girls. It was an amazing group. I came in, no one judged me. Like the same thing as I Am Redemption. Like it was a community, and it was all girls. So I felt comfortable. And when he started noticing that I was kind of dabbling my feet into sobriety, he was kind of really distancing himself from me, which I was like, okay, I get it. Like a lot of people are going to distance themselves when you're trying to seek recovery.
Yep.
And he really fully left because I just didn't want to see the drinking anymore. And he left me, and I don't know what happened that I was so devastated. I was like, that is like the love of my life. I wanted to be with him. And I'm like crying, and I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to go back to drinking. Maybe he'll want me again. Like I was so messed up. And I did not. Brittany welcomed me back every time. I think I relapsed like 3 times before I fully kept my sobriety date of June 17th of 2023.
Let's go.
But that night before, I went to a bar, and I am at a bar, and I see him, and he's with another girl, and I just get obliterated drunk. I end up getting kicked out of the bar. It was a very messed up time for me. The manager even walked out and he was like, "You have 30 seconds." Like I had already acted a fool in the bar. I got in his face, and I was very upset that he had another girl with him. So I'm not very proud. I'm not proud of this. I grabbed his cigarettes out of his pocket and I ripped them in front of him, and then I just threw them on the floor. And then at this point, I knew I was gonna get kicked out of the bar because the guys were already like looking at me and security was. So I already start walking out of the bar.
For ripping his cigarettes, you're getting kicked out?
Well,
Oh.
I threw a drink in his face.
Okay. All right.
Well, I drew the drink. Allegedly.
Okay. Allegedly.
Yes.
All right. Understood. You were drunk.
Yes.
All right.
So then I already know I'm gonna get kicked out. My
Right.
friend's walking behind me and she's like, "Pam, she's short." So I'm like walking a lot faster than her. And I am walking out of the bar. The manager is following me out and he's like, "You have 30 seconds to get out of here. I'm calling the cops." And I was like, "What do you think I'm doing?" And then I leave. And my friend drives me home and my mom was like, I was like crying to my mom. I was like, Mom, like, and she's like, "Get over it. You have a kid. Like, get your shit together." Like my mom, like talked to me so stern, like, and I needed that.
Yeah,
I
for sure.
truly needed that. And at this point, I was living with my mom again. I was not in this place. I mean, I had started from rock bottom again. Like, I had no money. I was cutting yards for money. Like, I was cutting probably like 5 yards a day to 4 just to keep afloat. And my mom offered me the studio. I was in the studio. I was very happy. But after that, I just couldn't be I didn't want to be in the bar scene anymore. I wanted to get sober. And the next day was a meeting, or like it was Saturday and then Monday, Brittany had a meeting and I jumped back on and I told them what happened. And I didn't want to be that person. I don't ever want to be in a position where I do that again and like look so stupid in front of a guy.
Yeah.
Like I never wanted to lose myself like that again. And my sobriety mattered a lot more than to look a fool. Like looking a fool, just like looking back at it, I cringe at myself. I'm like, what was I doing? What was I thinking? And ever since June 17th, I've just like kept it like that. It has been my day and I cherish that because if I didn't hit rock bottom, I don't know where I would be right now. And I'm glad I hit it, but I'm glad I never got worse because I know a lot of people go through a lot worse things than what I went through. But I was very fortunate that nothing after that happened. And I'm so blessed to be able to say I'm 3 years sober. I just celebrated 3 years.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
In June, right?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Isn't it funny? I think about this quite often, but if you can take a look back at your journey or, you know, where you're at now, where you've been, like one decision could have changed everything.
Yes.
Everything. You know what I mean? I think about how much is going on in my life and where it's like, man, like, what if I didn't start running?
No, literally.
I wouldn't be sitting here right now.
I wouldn't
Like,
be here.
There'd be none of this. I wouldn't know you. Like one simple decision could change the course of your entire life.
Literally, Brittany invited me, come to the podcast.
Yeah.
I was like nervous. I was like, I don't know anybody. And she's like, just come.
Right.
And I would have not met Teresa. Like, there is so many
what I'm saying.
amazing, like, this community is, if you get the opportunity to meet this community, it is one in a lifetime. I have been to run groups back in my hometown. They do not compare to with what you have going on. It feels like a family. No one feels left out. Everyone is included. No one gets left behind. And that is something that I find so amazing because it's very hard to find that nowadays.
Damn. Thank you so much. Thank you. I promise I didn't pay her to say any of that. I promise. That was so good. Thank you so much. That means the absolute world to me. And I don't know. It's just I was having a conversation with somebody earlier, and we were having a God conversation, and I was like, man, I look at a lot of things very differently now. But one thing I know, the one way I know my life has changed in the biggest way is prayer. Because back in the day when we used to pray, I would pray for things. Do this, God, do this, have this happen in my life, change this, do this. And now all I can do is pray for gratitude. Like every day I'm just praying for gratitude, thankful for the opportunity, even the bad things I could be grateful for because I understand I'm going to grow from them now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, God, It's all a God thing. This community, the journey that I've been on, what we're doing, the people we're trying to impact,
Definitely.
all that. It's all God. It's not.
Yes, yes. And like, um, for a long time, I struggled with God. I think many people do.
Mm-hmm.
And when I found God for myself was um, 2 weeks after I got sober, my dad passed away. And I didn't go back to drinking. Um, or it was, no, a month later. I met my husband 2 weeks after I got sober.
Wow.
But a month after he passed, I'm a month sober, and he passed away, and I still stayed sober. I was able, and I told myself, if I'm able to stay sober for the, like, I was like praying to God. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
please, God, if I'm able to stay sober through this, I can stay sober through anything. And I was able to stay sober.
Yep.
And I didn't go buy alcohol. I just sat with the pain and dealt with it. And I joined the meetings, but I was with my emotions, dealing with it. Nothing to numb it. And I think that's where I realized, I was like, whoa, us as like humans, we really can get through anything if we really just stick to it.
Mm-hmm.
And like feeling stuff is hard.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how hard it is to feel stuff, but the more you feel it, I feel like you're more of a human. Like,
Yeah.
and I just prayed to God. I was like, just get me through this. Just get me through this. So I definitely get you on the praying part, because now I just pray. I'm like, pray like I can wake up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like it's the simple things that I pray for. Like my children are good. My husband's good. So like that's all I care for me personally.
Yeah.
It's like my family's good. I'm good.
The again, I was having another conversation with somebody, and they were a similar conversation like we're having now, and we were talking about how I was like, yeah, God wasn't a big part of my life, and I was like, but what I realize and I know now is my relationship with God is like any other relationship in my life, right? If I want my relationship with my wife to be good, I have to communicate. You know what I mean? I have to do these things. I have to water that for it to grow, right? Now I can sit here and be like, yeah, I don't really believe in God. Well, of course you don't. If you're not trying to have a relationship with him or pursuing, if you don't ever pray or you don't ever do any of these things, then how would you ever even see when these things are happening? And so I think the more I had started doing that, and the more it kind of opened up my eyes to God and started seeing some things where I think I started just thinking, I think I had always just like, oh, this is just how things are. You know what I mean? And then I started seeing God working in them and God things happening. And the more I talked about it, the more good things that happened and the better people it brought around me. And it's just like continued to build out this world and stuff like that. So it's a journey. I think, you know what I mean? Everybody's on a, like you said, there's a lot of people that question things and don't know what they believe in. But if we don't ever, I don't know. I don't got any trouble digging into Instagram to find out some beef that going on between two famous people or anything like that. But then something that's as important as God, why won't I Google the answer to that too?
Yeah.
And so it's just really an area of my life I really started to put forth some effort in and saw a lot of growth in. And so
Yeah.
it's just a big part because I see it working.
No, definitely. God above all, because for me, that's helped me so much. Like, even through grief, because 3 years later, I'm still grieving.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like one thing a lot of people tell you is like,
For
for my late daughter, when she passed away, I had a family friend say, it's 6 months. Why aren't you over it?
No.
Yes. And I'm like, oh, that hole is always going to be there. I'm like,
That's tough.
I will grow as a person, but that wound will be the same.
Yeah.
It won't get smaller, it won't get bigger, but that wound will always stay the same.
Yep.
And I have cut my ties since, but it's like, unless you go through something, which I hope no one ever goes through, because that is the worst possible thing of SIDS. I'm a huge advocate on SIDS because I wasn't aware of safe sleep. Like, my daughter, she passed away to unsafe sleep while her dad was taking care of her. And when I got back to the hotel, she was in the bed, but there was a blanket over her because she rolled into the blanket. And when I saw her I turned her and she was blue, and I'm like calling 911. I'm like yelling at him to call 911. And I'm like, I literally held her limp body, and her hands just swayed. And it was the most traumatizing thing I had ever seen in my life. I had never seen anything like it. And um, it it is something not any 21-year-old would go through. Um, and it helped though look at it now where I can be an advocate of like safe sleep, talk about it. Um, I don't really talk too much about it, but I've done my research on it. When I had my other daughter, I was like everything to the T. Like there was no co-sleeping, there was nothing because I was petrified.
Mm-hmm.
And I also when I had my daughter, I didn't realize how traumatized I still was with how she was a NICU baby as well. And I didn't realize how traumatized I was until she came home that my daughter couldn't correlate drinking and breathing at the same time. So she turned blue on me the moment she got home. And I'm like yelling at my husband. I'm like, Justin. And he comes and he immediately starts like turns her around and starts like resuscitating her. He was like tapping her and she immediately woke up. And after that, I was like, I can't feed her. And I owe my husband 1,000 times this, and I give him so much credit. He did every single night feed from then on. And he would do from 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. roughly, and then 5 a.m. And then he would go to PT after. And then every day, that's how it was. Like I did not wake up a single time to do this night feeds. He did them all. And because I was scared of doing the night feeds by myself. And I would do the day feeds, but the night feeds just scared me. I don't know why. And he made it possible. We got through the first year, which is the hardest year. And I owe him so much because he did so much that a lot of people don't do.
Yeah.
Usually it's the mom that's always up. But he's an amazing man, and I'm very blessed that he was able to help me with that.
Let's go. Shout out Justin, Dad of the Year out there,
Yes.
Dad of the Year. What when you did how did you originally come in contact with Brittany?
It was her group. I started watching some of her content on TikTok.
So social media?
Yes,
Okay.
on TikTok, and then I don't remember the name of.
Congratulations, Britt. She just had a baby too.
Yes,
Congratulations.
he's the cutest.
Very, very, very adorable.
So basically she had the link tree. I think I was looking at one of her like Amazon because I wanted like an outfit that she had on, and I noticed she had a link tree to like a recovery group, and I was kind of nosy. I was like, "What is it?" I was like, "I want to dabble my feet. I mean, I was already struggling with alcohol, so why not see what it is?" And I click on it, and it's a Zoom meeting like we do on Thursdays, and it was every Monday and Thursday, and I was like, "Okay, well, I'll join it." And I ended up joining it. I really loved the girls on there. It was an amazing experience. And I met some wonderful, amazing people that I still talk to this day.
Oh, yeah.
And from then on, Brittany welcomed me. And Brittany was so sweet. Like, she's literally how you see her on camera is literally how she is in person. Like, there's no...
Yep.
Because I know there's some people that, like, switch up and stuff. But, like, Brittany is, like...
No, she's her.
Her and her. And she welcomed me with open arms. And then when I really came back was when she accepted me to come back after I relapsed with open arms. She did not make me feel weird or like shame me.
Relapsing is what we do. What do you mean?
Yeah,
She's not gonna look down on you.
Yeah, so she was like, I relapsed too.
Yeah.
She's like, it's a part of recovery. It's part of your story, and come back. And you know, I'm so glad I did, and I'm so grateful for her because if it weren't for her little push and talks, I wouldn't be back. And, you know, I mean, the first time we met in person was when she was moving from California to Florida because she stayed at my house when I was living in El Paso. And mind you, I had never met her. My husband's like, are you crazy? Just like having someone stay with. I was like, I mean, yeah. I mean, we at this point, me and her had talked like a year.
Yeah.
And I was like, at this point, I know her longer than I've known you.
Right.
So she stayed, her family, and then they carried on to their trip to where they live now in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
And then we've continued our friendship. It's like, hey, how are you? Like that conversation. And then when she told me that she was going to be in Austin, she's always letting me know when she's in Austin. She's like, I'm going to be in Austin. I don't know if I can see you, but I'm here. And, you know, like I appreciate those types of friendships where like they let you know, and
Yeah.
it's like, hey, I'm here, and I'm very, very grateful for the 100-day episode. Like, if it weren't for that date, I probably still wouldn't know who you are, and I am so grateful because people see me in Fort Hood, like people recognize me locally, and then they're like, oh my God, it's so cool how like you are so inspiring for other people, and like you are so kind and all this other stuff. And I'm like, well, I learned it from my redemption. Like, you accept everyone. Like, you accept everyone no matter their past. And, you know, at the end of the day, we're all human. We all have a past. And the least you can do is give someone some grace.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
I am very grateful for I Am Redemption.
Hell yeah.
And Brittany.
Very grateful. I heard somebody not long ago talking about that, and they were talking about the stigma they felt like they had after they relapsed, or they felt like they got judged or anything like that. And I get what they're saying, but also, if somebody's out there fucking up and relapsing and you're nervous, you don't want to fuck your life up too. So of course there's going to be some sort of like, hey, if you're fucking up, keep that shit over here. But if you're getting with the program, you know what I mean, and you didn't egregiously offend any of the people around, like, if anybody's not welcoming you back with open arms, you know what I mean?
And see, that's the thing is like I set boundaries with that. Is some people, I tell them I'm sober and I don't want to be friends with people that unfortunately aren't. So like, I don't mind being around people that drink.
Right.
But if I know and you tell me that you're fucking up in your life and you're telling me you want to help, but you're still doing the same things, I can't be around you. Like, I can't be around someone that you can lead the horse to water. I can't make it drink.
Yeah, I don't hang out. I don't hang out. Everybody I hang out with is by no means not sober, but I don't hang out with anybody that gets like fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I
like
mean?
I can do like if you drink a glass of wine, that's fine.
Yeah.
But like it's when you're literally telling me your life is in shambles.
Right.
And I'm like, I can't be around you because I can't risk my sobriety.
True.
And that's like a big boundary me and Teresa were actually talking about this week. Because I was talking about eating disorders. I was like, I was around someone that has a really bad eating disorder. And I had to get away because I worked so hard on my eating disorder where I love to eat now. I love to eat whenever I'm craving a candy, I'll eat a plum. Those are my things, like peaches. Like, I satisfy my cravings with other whole foods. And me and Joy were actually talking about this. How we have, if we're craving something, it's because we're lacking it somewhere else. Like, kind of like if I want a candy, it's probably because I need more sugar. Like, so get a natural sugar, like a fruit or something. And it's very good to be around people that understand the eating disorders, but at the same time help you grow from them.
Yeah.
And that is like one thing now, because honestly, like for me, alcohol, yes, was very big, but I didn't realize how big my eating was as much as it affected me. But because I wasn't even big when I got sober, but because I was sober, I was craving the sugar.
Yep.
So food, sweets, I wanted an ice cream after every food.
Yep.
An ice cream. In El Paso, my favorite place to eat ice cream is Wiener Schnitzel. They have a Fruit Loop ice cream. It's really good.
Yeah, Fruit Loop ice cream at Wiener Schnitzel? No shit. Oh wow.
Yeah. So
all right. I'm gonna have to ask wifey about that one.
Yeah.
She's from El Paso.
Yes.
But you're very right. Man, the sugar's the worst drug there is. That shit's fucking.
It takes away from you.
It's in everything. It fucks with the way you think, the way you feel, the way you sleep, the way everything.
Yes.
Fucking can't you name it?
Diabetes, like literally, like my dad struggled with addiction, and that's how I knew from a young age that I had addiction. I had addiction, but like I have an addictive personality because my dad was addicted. My dad was addicted to very heavy substances, but you know, it's crazy to me. I did not know he was an addict until I was 18, where he stopped hiding it, when the amputation started, the gangrene, when I'm the one being his caregiver. And I remember one of the last times
From shooting up?
No, I don't know.
Blood clots?
He did meth, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. It was through a pipe and spoons.
Yeah, but what's he getting at?
He was in the hospital because he got
infections?
Yes, through the wounds, because he would work with wounds open, so they wouldn't heal properly, and he was on his feet 12 hours a day. So he wouldn't get the proper care, and he is your typical Mexican dad where he won't go to the doctor. And he did not care until it was literally life or death. And he was in the ICU. And the nurse was like, what is he taking? I was like, because this is not normal. And then they amputate his leg. And then I was like, I don't know. Like at this point, I'm freshly 18. I'm like, I don't know what he's taking. Like at this point, didn't know he was taking anything. And it's crazy now looking back at photos with like my dad. I see it in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Like he is high as shit.
Yep.
And it's crazy to me because as a kid, I used to love Thursdays to Saturdays because I was eat out Thursday, Friday, and Saturday because he was doing drugs from Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And he would let me do whatever I wanted to do. I would go out with friends, and I was always excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't realize it was because he was struggling with his addiction.
Right.
And I would always make him food too, and he was like, I'm not hungry. And I didn't realize the addiction was that bad until it was too late.
Going back to your eating disorder, just because it's so common, and especially in the recovery community where a lot of people they'll kick the substances, but then they, you know what I mean, they're having those sugar cravings because they've given up alcohol, and so now they're hitting candy real hard. Now they're eating fast food. Now they're eating a bunch of junk. They gain a bunch of weight in treatment, and so it takes you down this whole other rabbit hole of body dysmorphia on top of addiction and kind of stuff like that. So as far as eating disorder for you, are we talking like binge and purge? Like what was your binge and purge?
Yeah. I wanted everything on the menu, and then I would just eat it. And I wouldn't even eat everything. I just wanted to try everything. And it made me feel better. And then I would say, okay, the next day I'll feel better. And the next day I didn't feel better. I hated myself.
So you had actual eating disorder or food addiction? Is there a difference?
I wouldn't say, I don't know. I've never been diagnosed with it.
Gotcha.
But I know I struggled because I just wanted food. Like my mind, how I would think about it before was, what am I going to eat? I'm eating this meal and I'm thinking of the next meal.
Yeah.
As I'm eating the current meal.
Yep.
And I'm like, why am I doing this?
Yep.
And it's literally like alcohol. I'm drinking this drink and I'm waiting for the next drink.
Yeah.
And that's where the shot helped me cancel out the food noise and start fueling my body correctly. Where like, hey, you can eat. Hey, now I'm lifting. I never lifted before this year. Actually, I started lifting after the Austin Marathon with Teresa.
All right.
And she was like, you need to eat. She's like, you're lifting heavy shit. You need to eat and fuel your body. And that's one thing we're working on right now is I'm eating, I'm gaining weight, but it's muscle weight.
Yep. And
because right now I'm severely underweight. As a 5'8" girl, I'm supposed to weigh like 145 and I'm at 130. But I'm 5 pounds up because I was originally at 125 when I started with Teresa. So I'm very proud of myself because it was a stable weight gain, not like and she always has to remind me, she's like, you're not gaining fat in one day, right. Pam. She's like, it's little by little, like you're not gonna gain. I became very obsessed with the scale recently. And
recently?
Not recently.
I'm surprised she's even letting you use a scale.
I am not.
What, you're not using it?
I'm not supposed to.
Okay, good.
So I've taken out the batteries of it.
Thank goodness.
And I put them somewhere else. I make them unreachable for me.
Good.
And
just throw the scale out.
That's what Joy told me.
Just get rid of it. Just go home today and just throw it away.
I might.
What is it, an Amazon scale?
Yeah, the ones that tells you like
that scale. Get rid of that shit. What do you need it for?
I don't know.
Who cares what that number is?
Yeah.
How you look and feel. Who gives a shit
what that number is?
And that's
what she tells me. She's like, look at the pictures. Look at the progress pictures.
Look, here's the big, and I'm sure she said this to you, and I don't want to step on anything she's doing, but literally, think about this, right? You and I could go in here and weigh yourself right now, right? And then we can go into that gym for the next 30 days, and we're going to work out every day and all that. And we're going to eat right and all that, and then we're going to go step on the scale. And what happens when that scale it stays exactly the same? For 1 month, you worked out, and it didn't move a budge. Do you feel like you gained or do you feel like you failed?
Yeah.
You do? Now what happens if in that time you just lost 5 pounds of fat, but you gained 5 pounds of muscle, but you weigh the exact same amount? You look like a different human because you've literally taken 5 pounds of fat off of your body and replaced it with 5 pounds of muscle. You're different now.
Yeah.
But we look at that scale and we're like, fuck, it still says 135 or whatever like that. I failed.
And she's very crucial in that. She's like, send me pictures because I have ghosted her for a little bit.
Don't do that.
I was very in my head. But hey, you know what? It's growing.
know.
I at least I know I still have places to grow.
Do you
So-
notice one thing though? Notice when you get up inside your head and you create this narrative and you do all that, it's never the answer what it is when you actually go and you talk to her, right? It
yeah.
never happens.
No. But I'm very grateful for her. Like her talks, her tough love.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody that meets Teresa, it's tough love.
Yep.
She has helped so much
Mm-hmm.
with seeing everything differently. Like seeing that the scale, it's okay for it to go up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the next goal is to throw it away when I get home.
Good. Do it.
Because it was to the point I was weighing myself at the end of the day. After I ate
You know
everything.
that makes no sense, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's like 3 pounds off.
Yeah. And then hold on, we're not even talking about you live in Texas. What happens if you didn't drink water the day before? Now you wake up dehydrated. You're gonna weigh one thing. If you wake up and you ate something heavy and you didn't use the bathroom, and you're gonna weigh another. You know what I mean? There's so many different. You're gonna fluctuate 3 to 5 pounds every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
3 to 5, but you're gonna fluctuate a couple, and you just can't get in your.
Yeah. So that has been the biggest thing. And then that's another thing Justin has been reassuring me with. He's like, you're growing muscle. He's like, I see the definition. And then I'm like, really? And I get so
Yeah,
excited.
you got out of. You look like a fit girl getting out of the van this morning, and then you're sitting there telling me you were nervous. I was like, why? You look fit as hell right now. So you're killing it.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. The yeah, it's so I have another gentleman that runs with me who has a very similar mindset, and it's frustrating because I see it in him. Like I know he's the man, dude. He wakes up early, he he runs all the miles and stuff like that, but it's very this negative self mindset. And somebody like me, I'm not like that. And it's like I'm trying to like grab him and shake him and be like, motherfucker, the only one in the world that's talking like this is you. Nobody sees you like that. Only you see yourself like that. So stop saying it, because if you say that shit, you're speaking it to an existence.
Yeah.
But so you have found you've lost the weight. You found your sobriety. You just celebrated your birthday, right? Now, what does life look like now that it's not all this turmoil and craziness?
Focusing on being a great mother and being present, not rushing through the days. I feel like as moms, we try to, especially as a military spouse that's solo parenting half the time, I feel like sometimes I'm rushing through the days instead of being present. And I'm like, okay, well, let's just get this done and so we can go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end of the day, I have the mom guilt and I'm like, am I doing it enough with them? Am I rushing their date with them? So now I try to like incorporate, let's go to the park. My son likes to ride bikes. My son ran his first mile today.
Did you really?
He really ran a mile today. Yeah. He was tired after the mile.
I didn't realize you ran a mile.
Yeah. Yeah, because he ran all the way down.
Awesome.
And then he would take breaks, but he ran it and he was like, I told you I could run it. And I was so proud of him. And it was like just seeing my son see me in this aspect of like, if mom can run, this is the life I want.
Right.
Like, he's not growing up with a drunk mom and says, I want to do that when I grow up. Because that's what I grew up seeing is drunk parties, your Mexican parties. Everyone's drunk.
Right.
And now my son gets to see mom wake up at 5 a.m, came down here, we were running, and he wanted to run too. And he was so excited. And I think that's been the biggest blessing with military life and PCSing is meeting new people, you guys, and we get to take something away from everything that we see and meet. And now I get to show my son this lifestyle of fitness. And like he even tells me, he's like, I only like sourdough bread. He's 5. And he was like, always like, I want your homemade bread. And it's so nice to be able to show my son how to make stuff and do things. And then seeing my daughter like have fun with this, like she already knows what like running is like because that's all she's seen since she's been born.
Yep.
Basically like going to the gym with me. And it's so nice to be able to be a present mother in front of them and figuring out life with them and really just focusing on my marriage. Today we celebrate 3 years of marriage.
Really? Congratulations.
Thank you.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, so we got married after we got married within 39 days of knowing each other.
Holy cow.
your typical private.
Yeah.
But he was a specialist.
Right.
But yeah, and then I just focus on being the best wife I can be. And, if I feed into the home, I just know my husband is feeding well to the soldiers. Like, if he has a good home, he's going to be a good soldier to his soldiers. And I think that's what makes a good NCO as well, is like him being calm at home, not having to do stuff at home. He just comes home, rests, eats, whatever. And he can be the best NCO he can for his soldiers, where his soldiers feel comfortable to come to him.
Yep.
And like it all starts at home.
Yes, it does.
And I'm happy to be that person for him, where we work on ourselves. Like, me and him are so content with ourselves. Like, Saturdays we'll go to, last weekend we went to go watch Spider-Man. Like, there's so much that we do, and it's the quality time.
Yes.
Like, now realizing, like, with deployments and fields and all that stuff, you really learn to appreciate time and just being present and getting off social media. I like that one day I texted you and you're like, oh, Sundays are for the wife and me. And I was telling Just, I was like, they do Sundays like wife and them. And I was like, we should do something like on Saturday night and like after the kids go to sleep, like a date night in the house. Because I don't have sitters. I do have my best friend here in Austin, but it's still an hour drive.
Yeah.
So it's nice to, like, you gave us an idea without even giving us an idea of having that time of just your spouse and you. And it's an amazing thing because it bonds you. Our thing right now is reading books.
Together?
Yes.
That's good shit. There's a statistic, and I'll butcher it. Look it up when you leave here, but there's some statistic to, like, to a successful marriage, or the saying is like a date night a week, an overnight trip.
Is it the every 2-2-2? Like,
it's like every quarter, like an overnight trip every quarter, or a vacation once a year or twice a year or something like that. And we really try to do that. But I know that, I'm super passionate about what I do. And so I'll work on I Am Redemption shit from sun up to sundown without ever even complaining or thinking about it. But I really needed to be able to make sure that I give my wife time.
oh, yes.
And so it's
and
just
your wife is amazing.
She's the shit. She's
Yes.
the shit.
She's the
She
backbone.
gets a little lippy sometimes, but she is. I'm joking, but she's
We
amazing.
all are.
I know it. I know it. I know. That's why we have a men's meeting now, and she calls it our He-Man Woman Haters Club or something like that. What's the term? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's from some movie.
Yeah, the He-Man.
She calls it the He-Man Woman Haters Club or whatever. But it all funny enough, I joke about it, but it started off because I made a joke the one time. I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, at home, I'm always wrong and she's always justified, or I said something like that, just joking. And then every dude was like, you too? And I'm like, you guys deal with that? And then we were just like, oh, okay, we should probably talk about this.
No, yeah.
That's not why we do that.
I think Justin came a few weeks ago or last month.
Yeah, that's right. He did.
And he was like, I like that.
You got to have a place to just talk about being dudes. You know what I mean? A lot of dad talk in there, a lot of, you know what I mean? But you just need a place to be able to go do that. But I mean, number one, you guys are going against all the statistics, you know what I'm saying? And you guys are absolutely meant for each other. It's a beautiful thing to see you guys together.
Yeah.
You guys look so happy. You're absolutely meant to be together. The way you support him as an NCO's wife is incredible. There's not many of you out there at all. You have a very old school way of looking at things. But as somebody who
I'll still tell him to shut up.
yeah, you gotta tell him what's up too. But seriously, thank God I was never married and I didn't have a girlfriend when I was in the military. But I will tell you what, if you want to see some shit, look at some men over there when you deploy over there, and you see the men that are dealing with women they can't trust, or wives they can't trust at home.
I've seen it
and you watch them
firsthand.
on deployment, and you want to watch a shell of a man walk around, and then that's the dude that's supposed to be having your back or this or that, or that's your leader. The leader of your squad, and he's worried about what his wife's back home doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Call was fucked up earlier. All that plays into it. And so the fact that you take it as serious as you do to be a military wife, like, hardest job in the military, they say it, but I believe it. So thank you for what you do.
I appreciate it. Yeah. No, I mean, I try to just help him wherever I can make life easier for him. Whether that be just letting him play his video games sometimes. And sometimes that's all he wants. And even though I get annoyed, sometimes that's just what he needs. And that's, like, helped us so much. Just giving us our own time. Like, I'll do a puzzle while he plays his game. Like, it's the little things, even if we're not talking or anything, it's just being together.
Yep.
And I've seen the horror stories. I've seen them on like the Facebook page. Oh my gosh, it is terrible.
It's a rough go.
But I always like, again, it goes back to praying. Like, I pray over my husband every day.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. He doesn't know it. Now he does. But yeah, I do pray a lot for him. He's done such an amazing job. He's grown so much from being a single soldier. I mean, he was a single soldier for he joined when he was 21 and I met him when he was 20, going on 28. So 7 years, 6 years.
Damn, how long has he been in?
He's about to hit 10 years in January.
Good shit.
Yes.
Better get some of that rank. 10 years.
Yeah, he's promotable.
Getting E6, right?
Yeah, he's got the P status. We just need the points.
Right.
Oh, their points are like skyrocketed right now.
Yeah, I can imagine. Let me ask you a question. It's my favorite question of all, and I'm curious if it's changed since the last time we sat down and tried to do this episode. But I feel that every single person should feel like a badass because they all have a unique life experience that nobody else has had in this world. So every time you walk into a room, I think you should feel like a badass. What is that entrance song that would be for you of walking in a room and feeling like that badass?
I don't remember the artist, but I know the name. It's called Higher Up.
Higher Up.
I changed it from last time.
Okay. Do we remember any of the words from Higher Up?
No, it's on my phone.
That's all right.
But basically, it's like it played on my last mile when I was running home.
Okay.
And it was like literally at the turn of my house, and it just starts playing. And she's like, "I'm higher up in this world, and like I'm high off this relief." Like it was literally like a runner's high at the end of my run, and it just made me realize like you can't be like your own natural high and like be so grateful. Like being happy and at peace is like its own high of life, and I loved it, and it felt so. It's funny because it happened right after our podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how it happens.
Because I was like, I thought that the other song was my song, but I was like, no. And then that song came up, and I was like, I've been thinking about it ever since.
You know what that was? That was God trying to pull you into the running shit. That's what he was trying to do. We got Austin Marathon coming up. You better start getting ready.
Maybe should I do the 5K or the half?
So I would love for you to do that. I would love for you to do the half. You have 6 months to get ready. You could do a 5K today.
Fine. Just because Justin's going to probably be deployed by then.
Okay. But I thought you said you're going to come up and help volunteer too. Whatever you want to do.
Whichever one. Wherever you need me at, I'll be there.
Whatever you want to do.
I'm down for either or.
All right. We'll talk about it. So you are active on social media. You are helping a lot of people. A lot of people get to tune in your weight loss journey. You're very open about your sobriety, with your being a military wife and all that. So where can people find you if they wanted to check you out?
On TikTok and Pamela.rtt.
Just say it again.
Pamela.rtt.
All right. We'll make sure we get it on the screen for you.
Yes.
And then, is there anything else you want to leave the people with?
No, just lead everything with intention. Do everything with intention.
Absolutely. Yeah. Stop going through the day-to-day just mindlessly. Start having some intention with doing things.
Small victories wins.
Yep. I tell people in the gym, like every rep should be intentful. Don't just go through the motions. Think about it. Squeeze, stretch, intentful.
No, literally.
It's a lot better. Well, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
You already know the way absolutely. It's my honor. I'm glad we got to finally do it again.
Yes.
And we'll definitely have you back on for part 2 that we can continue the conversation because you're doing a lot and I have a feeling you're going to accomplish a lot. So we want to check back in with it.
Yeah, hopefully so.
Awesome. Well, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
And then the way we like to wrap up the show, if you'd be so kind to take a look in your camera and throw a couple I am statements to let the people know who Pam truly is.
Who I am?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm a badass. I am loved. I am a wife. I am a military wife.
I'm a mom first, a wife. I'm a military spouse, and I am a bad bitch.
Let's go. Love that energy. And before we go anywhere, just to let you know, there's a whole bunch of people that listen to this show every month and they're not subscribed. So if you are listening on YouTube or any of the other channels, please subscribe to I Am Redemption. We are a nonprofit. It helps us out tremendously. You can tap in with us every single week. We do the first Monday of the month, Monday men's meeting, 6 p.m. right here in Austin. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, we have the Run Group local here to Austin. And then Thursday, anywhere around the world, you can tap in with us on Zoom for the We Are All Recovering from Something Zoom call. That happens at 6 p.m. And I'm announcing it official right here, right now, that next week, I Am Redemption will officially start the 2027 Austin Marathon Training Series. So we're going to be doing long runs on Sunday. If you are in or around Austin, or you just want to run the Austin Marathon, reach out. We will take care of your bib. If you're somebody that wants to raise $500 for the I Am Redemption nonprofit, Austin Marathon or I Am Redemption will be taking care of your bib. We'd love for you to come run it. Pam, again, thank you so much for coming in today. I Am Redemption, let's go.
Gets cold, we gon' keep that flame. Bring energy in the rooms, you won't leave the same. Scars on my back, I'ma stand up straight. Morals about to guide me down the road I take. What's the price of redemption? Hard work and dedication, you need a reason to live. Well, I'ma put one in your faces. They got it all confused about the talent that it takes. It just take a little effort, the opportunities made. We shift, take a lesson with the